Welcome to Third Eye Champagne. I am Kirsten, Langston, author and intuitive. I have for you today your special lunar eclipse reading. So we have a lunar eclipse in Capricorn taking place on the 15th or 16th of July. So let's see by sign what this bad boy is bringing to your door, and then we will look at the general energies of this eclipse. All right, Aries, what's it bringing to you? What to do about it? Ready? The eclipse brings to you, oh, interesting. So something emotional, possibly having to do with a man, family, but it's emotional. And it may be very poignant, so it may be very touching. It may not be super califragilistic joy, but it's poignant. It touches you. It moves you somewhere. The feels come up. It doesn't look painful. Obviously, we have the Ten of Cups here, which is a card of happiness, but it does look like it may be just very like, oh my gosh. So it's an emotional time for you, Aries, which is weird because, you know, Aries. Your advice, reach out when you need help. So this is about you getting help. This is about you reaching out to your people. Even if you don't need any help with anything, reach out to your people, hang out with your people. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you feel better. This is about pairing up. So the advice is find your partners. And that doesn't have to be in love. That can be anybody. It could be the dog, the cat. This could be me about to cough. Friends, lovers, brothers, sisters, what have you, but reach out to your people, especially if you need them, especially if you need help. Even if you just want to process something, even if you just want to say, man, I'm having some feels. I know I don't normally have a lot of feels, at least not in this emotional, weepy kind of a way, but I'm having them. Let's talk. Taurus, we're going to zip through this bad boy. I can tell you that right now. It just feels like it's going quick for me. So Taurus, this eclipse brings you, whoa, death of a relationship. That was pretty straightforward. It's something that needs to go, so let it go. I mean, the eclipses, they're not punitive. They don't do shit just to do shit. You know what I mean? They are going to remove a relationship in your life. Now, this could be your relationship to food. You know, it could be an unhealthy relationship to an object, an obsession, but it could also be an actual person being removed from your life. But this is the death of a relationship for you, and your advice is... So your advice has nothing to do with that. But around eclipse time, your advice is this, Taurus. Don't be too quick to put down the burden. So there may be something you're like, I'm sick of this, I'm done with this, I can't do this anymore, I hate it, it's crap. Don't be too quick to throw it away. You still have some work to do here. You still have some stuff to do here. So don't be too quick to throw it away. The relationship, yes, but something else, possibly even something work-related, or something where you've been putting in a lot of work. You might be like, you know what, forget this, I'm out of here. Don't do it yet. Hold on tight, hold fast. I would say probably till August, till we're out of Mercury retrograde. Wait till August and then maybe reassess and go, no, I'm really done, auntie. But until then, no, don't be so quick to drop it. Do not drop it like it's hot, all right? Hold on to it. Gemini. Gemini, this eclipse for you. Yeah, we're gonna zip right through this bad boy, I can tell. This eclipse brings for you something painful. So this is you feeling like hurt. It's a hurt. You may feel like you have to defend against this hurt. You may feel like you might just be like Aries and you're like super emo and you're like, what do I do with these? What are emotions? But you might feel like you're feeling kind of down. You're feeling a little beat up. It could just be working its mojo on you. So it may not necessarily be that anything happens to you. Whereas with Taurus, we had a very specific action. Okay, yes, end of a relationship. This may just be the feels. You may just be like, you know what, I feel sad. I feel like shit. I don't want to go out. I don't want to do this. I'm out of sorts. Just allow yourself to be out of sorts. Just do it because it'll pass. It's a passing thing. Now your advice You have 2 major arcana cards for your advice here. So High Priestess and Chariot are both saying to you, follow the rules. So you might want to get headstrong about things. That's the Chariot. But there's too much balance in both these cards. We got a lot of balance here with our sphinxes and our tower and our well, they're not towers, they're pillars. It's about balance. So balance your stuff. Don't go off half-cocked. Follow the rules. Do not, and I repeat, do not drive under the influence around eclipse time. Don't try to get away with illegal shit. You're not going to get away with it. Cancer. How'd that solar eclipse treat you, Cancer? How'd that solar eclipse treat everybody? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. I know I say I don't read them, but sometimes I read them. All right, Cancer, it's a career money thing for you, my friend. Something you've been looking for comes to fruition. This is looking pretty nice for you. So it could be a promotion, it could be money, it could be recognition in some sort of a way, it could be artistic recognition, but something really nice is coming to you out of this eclipse. So it's doing some nice stuff. Now, your advice is to let in new love. You heard me. Let in new love. There it is. Let it in. And let in new attitudes and ideas around love. So maybe not necessarily love itself just yet, but let in new love. All right, Leo. Oh yeah, we're just blazing through this bad boy. That's fine. Sometimes these readings go this way, you know, the information is just very succinct and precise, and I didn't feel the need to lay down a lot of cards. It's funny because in the solar eclipse, I think I laid down 6 cards for everybody, maybe even more than that. But this, I'm doing 4. I just don't feel the need for it. So Leo. Aha, new beginnings in love and money for you, Leo. Ba-bow. Very nice stuff for you. Now, this new beginning may not feel good at first. It is a lunar eclipse. It does take something away, but know this, the thing that's being taken away is supposed to be gone because you have new beginnings coming in both areas. This is new energy coming to you, Leo, and I'm thinking of a few of my Leos in particular, some of my private clients. Oh boy, you're about to go on a pretty fun ride. How do you like that? How do you like that? Your advice is let the eclipse bring you information. Eclipse information. Bam. Easy. I'm telling you, these are easier. I don't know why the information is just very precise, but it is. So let the eclipse bring you information. Now, please note the cards didn't say to do anything with that information. Just to be open to it, to allow it, to have it, to go, okay, I have this now. Don't do anything yet. Rule of thumb. Mercury's going into retrograde. So, and it's hanging around your sign, my friend. So wait till August, wait till mid-August before you do anything with that information. My Virgos. Okay, my beautiful Virgos. Let's see what we've got for you, my darlings. This one is going to be interesting. Okay, now that one wants 3 cards. How about that? Virgo gets a bonus card on both tries. Okay. Virgo. Interesting. Okay, so this eclipse brings you imbalance. It is imbalance, but it is exposing the imbalance. So it's being exposed. So essentially, things might feel like shit. Okay. You may get information, you may get ideas, you may get, this could very well be a relationship thing, but there is an imbalance being exposed here. So things may feel like shit, but it's because the imbalance is being exposed. We have the 2 of Pentacles, the card of imbalance. So if it feels like shit, and you're not feeling so hot, Virgo, I would say, look at this and go, oh, okay, Auntie said that this is the imbalance being exposed. Then you got to figure out what you want to do with it. Your advice, growth at all costs. So really look towards what makes you grow and make you stronger. Okay, if it's not feeling good, if you're not stronger for it, if you're not growing out of it, if you're not growing because of it, it's the wrong thing. How do you like that? 6 cards for Virgo. How funny is that? I wonder if that's going to happen with anybody else. I mean, the cards were very insistent. It's so funny because even sometimes when I'm doing those email readings, so FYI, if you want a reading with me, here's how you do it. Because I'm not doing any phone or video or Skype private readings, but I do email readings for my patrons only. And it's one question, one spread, but some people will ask me 3 questions and I'll just charge you $40 per question. So you can get a full reading out of it. It's done via email. Turnaround time is quick, 3 business days. So you come over, you be a $2 patron, and then you get your reading from me. That's how you can get a reading from me right now. It's the only way you're gonna get it from me. And then the upper tiers get permanently discounted email readings. So if you wanted to be a real junkie about it, I'd cut you off eventually because I'm not a drug dealer. But you know, you could get up to that, you know, $30, $40 tier and, you know, pay 30 bucks for an email reading every other day. I would fully cut you off eventually, but anyway, that's how you get a reading with me. That's the only way we're doing private readings right now. All right, Libra, you only get 4. Sorry, honey bunny. Libra, this brings you something personal. You are here in your own cards. It brings you some personal power, Libra. So this eclipse brings you personal power. It brings you some rewards, and I'm feeling that. I know the Magician isn't typically a card of rewards, but I'm feeling like it brings you rewards. It brings you personal satisfaction. It brings you personal power. It could even bring you job stuff. This could be job stuff, straight up on the job stuff for you, really big stuff. So Libra, I love this eclipse for you for the most part. And your advice is this: get away from anything that's blocking your power. Anything that is blocking your happiness, get away from it. Anything that is making you feel sad or shitty or drama or you know, you have energy suckers around you, you have people that aren't good for you around you, get away from it. This is the time to get away from that. And that, of course, will assist you in stepping into your power. But anything that doesn't feel good, you are not messing with right now, Libra. Get away from it. Maybe it's only temporary. Maybe it's a friend that's just you know, you're going, you know what? This bitch is too extra. Let him come back. Let him come back in a few months, but get away now. Scorpio. Jesus, this is a short video. I don't know why. Information's just simple, straightforward. Scorpio. This eclipse brings you some very unsteady energies. Queen of Swords is back. So this could be a person exposing themselves to you, and you know, as Scorpios will be like, I knew that bitch wasn't any good anyway. But this could be someone exposing themselves to you and saying, yeah, I'm a bad person. Look, you were right. I'm a shitbag. It's deception, yes. It's not you. It's not you perpetrating a deception unless you're a very naughty Scorpio. But it looks like somebody else attempting to perpetrate a deception, or someone that has. But it can also be very unsteady energies mentally. So you may be going, I don't know what's going on, and blah, 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 and you know, Scorpios can have anxiety. Not as good as Virgos, but we can get it. And Cancers for that matter. But this could be, you'll be up in your head. So know that. It's not real. Okay, it passes. So I would not make any actions based on the stuff that you're thinking this week unless someone literally, you catch them red-handed. Then go for it. But other than that, no actions about what's going on in your head. Just wait till it all calms down. That unsteady 5 energy could be playing a trick on you, honey. So your advice again, and I shuffled well, so we've got the same kind of theme happening here for you. But your advice here is, as far as love goes, and maybe your mother, if your mother's a piece of work, stay the hell away from it. Stay the hell away from sad, depressing, bummer shit around this eclipse, okay? Whether it's your stuff or somebody else's stuff, you're gonna absorb it and it's not gonna feel good. So it could be your mother. Yes, the mother is here, but it could also just be love in itself. It could be sad, depressing homes. Maybe not your home, but somebody else's. If you have to go to so-and-so's house and you're like, yeah, they suck, don't go. Stay away from it. Stay away from the sad, depressing shit. Just stay away from it around the eclipse. You can come back to it later, but right now, Scorpio, you will absorb way too much nasty energy and it will work a mojo on you. And then what happens is that unsteady 5 of Swords energy is already up in your head, and the next thing you know, you're getting ready to cut a bitch. Sag. a lot of, so I was doing these eclipse special readings for patrons only, of course. And I had a lot of messages across the board which were about people upgrading, leveling up, ascension, stepping into their personal power. There was a lot of those. So it's really kind of an exciting time to see, when you see a theme coming up, you know, over and over and over again when you're doing, I don't know how many readings I did a ton of them. It's just very interesting for me to see as a reader. So Sag, you get movement. It could be just going on around you. It could be that you're pushed to do something. It could be movement spiritually because we have our Hanged Man here. It could be movement in love because this card is called the Arrows of Love, but it is movement. Things are moving. You will get a big giant leap forward, Sag, for better or for worse. Feels pretty good to me, but you will get a big giant leap forward in something, if not many things, around this lunar eclipse, okay? And move forward cautiously. That's what the message is. That's what the advice is. Move forward cautiously and carefully. Do not jump into anything around this eclipse. No snap decisions, no sudden movements. Do not jump into anything. Do not jump off the cliff, baby. It's not the right time. Capricorn. So this eclipse, Capricorn, is happening in your sign, my dears. So let's take a peek. Capricorn's getting 3 cards. Capricorn's getting 4 cards. Let's see. Okay, so this eclipse brings you a resolution to something that's been bothering you, stressing you out, some sort of heartbreak, some sort of grief. There's a resolution here. So here's your grief, your heartbreak, your stress, a delay also. You could have a massive resolution as far as delays go. Something that you've been worrying about, stressing about, that's here. King of Swords is here as well. Something you've been worrying about, stressing about, possibly having to do with another person. There is a resolution here. There's a solution here that is coming to you, Capricorn. So this is a big one for you. I would say there's no movement per se physically, but it's a resolution to a problem you've been having and you were like, oh, thank God. So it might feel like shit because it's a lunar eclipse. I'm not going to lie to you. It might feel like shit, but in the long run, it's the best thing. It's the thing that you need. It's the thing that's for you, okay? And your advice here, stay where you are. You're sitting pretty. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let the sword come through and cut through everything. So this is literally a cut the shit eclipse for you. Let the sword come through and remove everything. And you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So again, it might feel like shit, but you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And it does work out beautifully for you as time goes on. Aquarius. Nope, just the 4. Just the 4. Aquarius. Okay, this brings you new beginnings in work. This brings you something in work. Could be love, but I'm more feeling work, but it's something good. It could be a promotion, it's a step up, but it's work stuff, something you've been working towards, something you've been working on. I think a lot of you are going to get new jobs, new business, new money. I think this is hitting the business sector, the abundance sector for you. So beautiful new things coming for you. This one may take a while to play itself out in your life, Aquarius, so don't freak out if nothing hits on the day of. It could be already have happened to you. This one feels scattered energy-wise for you as far as timelines go. So it could be happening a month from now. It could be something that trickles in as time goes on. Your advice is to be balanced in all of your business, financial, work transactions. So you kind of like Sag in a lesser way. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't jump off the cliff. Don't make any crazy decisions. It's all about balance across the board. Last but not least, my gorgeous Pisces. And then we'll look at general energies of the eclipse. Only 4 for you, Pisces. Oh, Pisces, this eclipse brings you love. It's coming in hot too, baby. So it has something to do with love. I think it's a new love. I think it's a gesture of love. I think it's new romance, a gesture of romance. If you are still, you know, if you're in an established relationship, then it could be something outside of that relationship. It could also be another level within the relationship. Like maybe your partner of, you know, 30 years is like, hey, I'm noticing you again. Let's go party. I hope you're not wearing panties. But it is something new in love and romance for you, Pisces. Your job. Work on not passing judgment. Work on not passing judgment on yourself, on others. This is a free flow time period for you, Pisces. So accept without judgment. So if it's a new love, don't pass judgment on them too quick, okay? Okay. Now let's see general energies for this eclipse. I'll just throw cards over it, it's fine. So it's weird because it feels to me like the day of, maybe the day before and the day of, it's just kind of this funky energy. I feel it. It's not jangly. I don't think it's going to be too anxiety inducing, but it's just sort of like, it's a little bit heavy, it's a little bit extra, it's a little bit special. And some of you sensitives might go, oh, good Lord, what is this? Some of you might not feel too good to. Some of you might be like, no, it's fine. I think it depends on the person and the personality and the individual as to how they're going to take this feeling. But it does feel not jangly. The last one felt sort of jangly and hyped up to me, the solar eclipse in Cancer. This one feels, and of course it's in Capricorn, so it's going to be a little bit more steady. But this one feels like just very special, extra. Like there's sort of an auspicious air to things where you're like, something is going down. And maybe nothing goes down. Maybe nothing happens that day. You know what I mean? Or even the days around it. But you will feel like that kind of sense of anticipation. So let's see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, this is a shift in energy for sure. Lots of endings. This is a righting of the wrongs. So this eclipse is a righting of the wrongs, and I get that really clearly. God damn, this is beautiful. I'm all excited about it. Yeah, this is the righting of the wrongs and a lot of endings. So we've got a lot of cards of endings here. We've got some endings here. Got a lot of 9s. So we're headed towards completion. Endings, endings, endings. There we go. Those are some, but look at these cards. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I mean, the 10, maybe not so much. Maybe the 10 swords in the back aren't as beautiful as I want them to be. But endings. Things coming to a head. Things flipping over into something brand new. This is big. It's a biggie. This is a biggie. I think it's going to affect people on a massive scale, and I think it can get into your heart if you let it, which is not a bad thing. This is really gorgeous. I really like these energies. So I had these two guys, kind of messed up my Celtic, but these two guys came up just like this. So some of it maybe feels like shit. Some of it may feel great. And the one individual may feel both things. They may say, man, this one thing felt like shit, but this other thing felt great. The same thing may feel like shit and may feel great at the same time. So there's a lot of that here, but we are wrapping things up. We are starting new things. That's here. We are bringing about balance. That is here. That is all up in here. We are bringing about, but look at these beautiful cards. Best card in the deck you can get besides the Sun. Beautiful cards of relationship and friendship and balance. Beautiful cards of balance. The card of hope and dreams, the Star. So yeah, we are righting wrongs. More cards of balance here. Look at that. So this is about righting wrongs. This is about karmic debt. This is about things that have inordinately caused pain either begin to come to fruition and you begin to see the fruits of your labors, or something that once caused pain is now neutral, or something that once caused pain now causes pleasure. That's another way this can play out, but it's stuff that has been difficult all of a sudden disappears or becomes easy. Now, it may not feel great, but it's here for a reason. I feel like I have to say it like that. It brings about peace, it brings about some security, it brings about some nice stuff. So we do have our jangly 5 energy, and like I said, this is, I think, just that solar eclipse playing itself out, because this doesn't feel, this first of all came up in the past section of my Celtic, but it doesn't feel like this eclipse is that heavy. We got a lot of grounded stuff here, so it's not jangly. I don't think we have any wands here. We have the 4 of Wands. That's it. So it's not this jangly, chaotic, oh, Jesus Christ, what are we doing? Manic kind of energy, although that may still be present from the solar eclipse, but it's very grounded. It's very much to bring about peace and balance. It's calming. Yes, a lot of us are going to get information. Our Page of Swords is here, so a lot of us are going to go, oh yeah, I was looking for that. Our Three of Pentacles is here, which to me again says, oh yes, I was looking for that. So things that you've been looking for or waiting for are coming to you around this eclipse period. And again, this eclipse may play out slowly over time for some people. Quite honestly, maybe for a lot of people. Let's see, general advice. Yeah, I was going to say goodbye, but let's do general advice real quick because I feel like we need it. So just general advice for the eclipse. Let's see what we've got. The Fool. Nine of Pentacles. Oh wow, Nine of Cups again. Okay, so you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Essentially, the advice here is if you get an opportunity to move forward, take it. But you are exactly where you're supposed to be, even if it doesn't feel like it. So even if things are, you're like, you know, oh, but she left me, he left me, or my relationship is in flux, or I lost my job, or my finances are being weird. It will work out. You are supposed to be where you are right now. It is temporary. It will work out, so don't worry about it. But if you get a new opportunity, take it. Take it. Now, your advice also, seek happiness as best you can. Seek a happy ending as best as you can. You can take that any way you like it. But seek a happy ending somewhere in your life right now. It may not be even remotely interesting. Your happy ending may be dinner with a really nice dessert. You know what I mean? Or it may be, you know, I want to leave this job and I'm going to go and I'm going to go pursue my life as a professional wrestler. You know, like, you know, but, you know, where there are endings needed, seek a happy ending as best you can. If there is no ending needed, you're looking around, you're going, no, Auntie, I'm great. Then get you a happy ending, baby, and you know what I mean. We also have, I support sex workers, FYI. Just so you know, Auntie supports sex workers, since we're talking about happy endings. This is the weirdest segue, sidebar. It's not, I'm going to be quiet now. Self-care. Self-care, 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 self-care. This is not about look around or you're going to miss it. Sometimes I say that with this card, this Four of Cups. This is more about sit under the tree and chill. It's about self-care. It's about rest. It's about relaxation. Okay? Now, your root and your sky are very interesting on this reading. Number one, it's all in your head. Number two, seek sanctuary where needed. So these are the two biggest messages here. Number one, yes, it's all in your head. And take that any way you want to take it, whether it's I feel like this, I feel like that. Well, it's all in your head. The way you feel is all in your head. The way you allow people to make you feel is all in your head. Certain situations that seem impossible, that's all in your head. So know that it's all in your head right now. And you could be very much in your head right now during these eclipse energies, and that's fine. Just acknowledge it and say, yeah, okay, I'm in my head right now. Seek sanctuary where needed. So this card is called Sanctuary, and you can see they're headed into the church. So seek sanctuary when needed. Where needed. You may not need it. You may want to provide sanctuary, but you don't have to, because this is about self-care. And sometimes we all need to go in our corners alone and take care of ourselves. And that will do it for me. I do love you. I do adore you. I am, as always, very sincerely, your biggest cheerleader.